There he goes, ladies. Keep an eye on him. Nick for goddamn. Well, I'm like Nick. I've been in a relationship now for 16 years. And it's a comfortable place to be, you know, you get confident after a while. I used to worry if they ever invented a dildo that could open jars, I'd just become obsolete. My wife will always keep me around because she hates bugs. It's my job to squish the bugs. Not with the dildo, but you know, that's what I gotta do. The ironic part is I don't actually like bugs, particularly spiders. They creep me out, man. There's something about them. I don't even know that much about spiders. Now, I know they spin webs, eat bugs, can probably only count to 8. But you never hear of people who see a puppy and then feel little puppies crawling all over their skin, you know? Something just gets in my head about them. But the absolute worst, my sister was dating a guy named Craig, who invited us to go camping. You don't want to look like a pussy in front of your potential brother-in-law, right? My sister screams from the tent, "Spider!" I was closer. Craig was watching. I thought, okay, I can handle this little spider. I go in the tent. This hairy beast could have straddled a toonie. The body on it was the size of a marble. But Craig was watching, so I grabbed it with my bare hand and threw it into the woods. I heard it hit the leaves on the way down. Craig says, "Oh man, I wouldn't have touched that." Well, now you tell me. You got any bleach I can wash my hands with, pour in my eyes, spray into my dreams tonight? So I probably should have known better when Craig invited us to go to Canada's Wonderland, which is fun. I like all the rides and the other stuff you can do. I don't like those rides where you twirl around. I've become a bit of a sprinkler on those. But my biggest fear is heights. And Craig's favorite ride is Drop Zone. You guys familiar with Drop Zone? Well, for those of you who are not groaning right now, Drop Zone, well, you can't really call it a tower because that's an overstatement. It's like a post that goes 200 feet in the air. They bring you up and they drop you down. That's all there is to it. Now, people might think it's safe because this thing's been designed by engineers. Sure, but it was put together by guys who dropped out of high school to follow Slayer. I know what my metal shop project looked like. It's like a carny co-op that never ends. So Craig and I are in lineup. My wife and my sister decide that this is not the line for them. Wife and sister, 2 separate people, by the way. I just want to make sure that's clear. Craig and I are in the lineup. This is his favorite ride. He's going on and on about how much fun we're going to have. And I kind of forget that I'm actually going to have to go on this thing until the bars click into position. And I realize I have made a terrible mistake. Immediately my gut knots up. I can barely breathe. We're about 20 feet in the air. My wife is waving to me. But in my current state of mind, I think she's waving goodbye. We're 80 feet in the air. She stopped waving. She's talking to the cotton candy guy. She's moved on at this point. We get to the top. I can barely breathe. Come on, man, keep it together. That's when I remember Craig's beside me. This is his favorite ride. Maybe seeing him have fun will help me relax and maybe even enjoy myself. I look over at Craig. He's focused on the horizon saying, "Just look at the horizon. You can't tell how high you are when you look at the horizon. Jesus Christ, why have I done this to myself?" He's freaking out. Then, just to mess with us, they bring us up an extra 10 feet. And it's kind of serene. It's beautiful up there, and it's silent, except for the sounds of Craig weeping. There's tears streaming down his face. He says, "I just want this to be over." And that's when they pull the pin. Bing. The ride takes about 5 seconds. And it's over. People are whooping and hollering. Craig jumps out of his seat, wipes away tears. He's high-fiving strangers. I slid out of that seat like they had removed my bones. And I should tell you, my wife's an actress, so she's like a regular female, but over-dramatic. She comes running towards me. "Oh my God, are you okay?" The only thing I could say was, "I have a cramp in my ass." I clenched so hard on the way down, I literally have a cramp in my sphincter. I have this weird feeling like I might never poop again, or poop immediately. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? This guy is fantastic. I've seen him all over. Make lots of noise for Mark Adamson.
We're going for Sphincter Boy over here. So I need to know, first of all, who I'm really talking to. And my question is this. How many people, by applause here, have given blood before? Congratulations, you people are much better human beings than I am. I can't do it, and it's not because I have an issue with needles. It's more just the fact that I don't like their personal questions. I think they go way over the line. You know, they ask things like, who have you slept with? Have you had sex with anybody of the same gender? What kind of drugs have you ever done before? That's too much. It's none of their business. You want to know? You test the blood. That's my thinking. Then they go one step past that. Whose blood is this? Where did you get it? Why is it in a plastic shopping bag? I'm like, hey, you want this shit or not? The sign says give blood. Here you go. Now where's my goddamn donut? Do not stand in between a donut and a fat dude. It's just not a smart move. So the other day I'm walking down the street and I accidentally bump into a guy, just kind of a little shoulder check. I say, excuse me, pardon me. He looks back at me and goes, watch where you're going, fatso. Fatso? What am I, Fred Flintstone? But then it occurred to me that it's okay. He's just jealous. He knows the secret. Smart ladies in the room know the secret too. And that is how absolutely awesome a chubby dude is in the sack. Because, think of it logically, if there's one thing that a fat guy knows how to do, and how to do well, it's eat. We'll lay you down and pretend you're a smorgasbord, just go to town. And if you don't believe me, and you're kind of curious, thinking, wait a minute, maybe this guy has an idea what he's talking about, I put it to you this. This is my challenge to you, ladies. Next time you're at a party or at a bar, go find that good-looking chubby dude and say, you know what, I heard this story and I want to know if the secret's true. Can I come home to your house and maybe sit on your face for a little while? Trust me, it'll be worth it. You'll have a fantastic time. And guys, you're welcome. So I've been married for 13 years, 13 glorious years. And doing okay. 13 years ago, no really, 13 years ago my wife looked at me in front of all her friends and family and said, yes, I do, for the rest of my life, this is the man that I'm going to tolerate. No, I made that up. She didn't ever agree to tolerate me. We also have a little girl, 6-year-old little girl. And I don't think I'm just being a proud dad when I say this, but she is very special. In fact, I think she may be the cure for depression. I'm serious. If I'm having the worst day imaginable, just craptastic day, big black cloud of negativity on my head when I walk in the door when I come home. First thing I hear is, Daddy! She comes running up, gives me a great big happy 6-year-old hug. And all that misery and just shit just washes away. And it's replaced with a sense of euphoric bliss. And I thought, if I could somehow channel or bottle this, I could be rich beyond my dreams. Only 2 problems stand in my way. The first is that I'm not a chemist, and the second is that no matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, I cannot get my daughter to fit inside the juicer. You know, it's true. We coddle kids too much these days. It's gone too far. I remember when I was her age, that my dad and I would be driving down the road, and our 1975 Dodge Impala, just monster car, right? And it'd be completely normal for me to give him a hand, reach out, hold the wheel, hold his beer, while he lights a joint. It's all cool. It's the 70s, no problem. And you get pulled over, no big deal. You just give the cop a beer, he sends you on your way. Apparently that doesn't work anymore. I go to court Tuesday. So my wife and I are talking about final plans, what things that we should do, going forward. And what I've decided is that I would like to be cremated. And I had to specify after death because she was she wanted to go to the gas station and get a jerry can and a lighter. But after death, to be cremated, and then I wanted to have my ashes scattered in August, from the top of the CN Tower. I want some guy walking down the street, down Front Street in Toronto going, the fuck is it, snowing? Wait, it's ash. Where's the volcano? It's nuclear holocaust. But, no, and then I thought, scratch that. In fact, I'll get my brothers to take me weekend at Bernie style up. Drag me up the top of the tower in the elevator. At the same time of year, when the nice day when the dome's open, and launch my fat ass off the top deck of the CN Tower. I want during Jay's game, because that's important. I want the announcer on TSN going, there's a line shot in the middle, look at him go, oh my God, some guy just fell on top of the center fielder. And it's Santa Claus. It's important. Now, if I can do one good thing, good deed, with my final act upon this earth, it's this. If I can save some kind of low-income families a little bit of money, because they can say, well, I'm sorry, Jimmy, I can't afford that bicycle. And you know, Santa's not coming. You saw him die during the Jay Dodger game. And on YouTube. That shit's going viral, don't you think? Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's my time. You guys have a great night. Good night, sir.
Mark Adamson, everybody. Proud father. Everybody here excited for Halloween? Woo! One person. Two people. Fletcher was on board. You were really quick on the fleshlight joke, by the way. I noticed that. I've been excited about Halloween for about 6 months. Because last Halloween, our little boy wanted to be a ghost, which I actually thought was kind of lame, but he was 5. Let's cut him some slack, right? My wife said, no problem. Grabs a sheet, throws it over him, cuts little eye holes out.